with a $15 subscription.
And now for some hit replays. I'm DJ Peterlo.
I'm Stephanie.
And I'm your PD name, Michaela, and Hit Replays, guys, are our K-pop song recommendations for the week. So, Stephanie, kick us off. What is your hit replay for the week?
My hit replay is 82 Major Stuck, or Hyuk. I really like the onomatopoeia in that name, Hyuk. And it's just a hilarious music video and a catchy hip-hop track.
You better run. Going down low, I swear. When I go outside, 지나가는 사람마다 내게 박수마가. Yeah, I've been feeling way too high. 실은 좀 질리긴 했어 this time. I swear. When I go outside, 지나가는 사람마다 물어봐 내 어깨 size. Yeah, I've been feeling way too high. 실은 좀 질리긴 했어 this time.
So 82 Major, 6-member boy group, debuted in 2023. They've got a hip-hop focus that really caught my eye and my ear when they released Choke. Like, actually, half of the group is rappers, and they're under a small label called Great M Entertainment. They seem to only have one other artist, Choa from AOA, but they have the budget to be doing kind of a cinematic music video here. And that's one of the big reasons why it's a hit replay for me. Music video was directed by Woogie Kim, who's previously worked with artists like BTS and IU. And the video has, just from jump, has the feeling of a heist action movie where the boys are chasing down Korean senior citizens trying to steal their pink combs and use it on their own hair. And they're like dressing up in costume to like infiltrate the hotel that the people are staying in. It's so funny. I would watch this movie 10 times.
Big, wonderful treasure find in this music video.
It just gets more and more ridiculous. Like, going to the song itself, I really like that the beat feels really clean and stripped down in a way. And it lets you hear these really pleasant, understated R&B backing vocals that kind of come through the empty space left by the beat. And of course, like, these guys can rap. Some of them came through Show Me the Money and other survival shows, Fantasy Boys, Boys Planet. So really talented group overall.
Yeah, I'm so excited for 82 Major. Like, all of these songs have been so great. And they've been like organically just like popping up in like a conversation that I'm seeing online. And I feel like, one, they're getting definitely a big boost because of P1 Harmony fans kind of like coming to them, because one of the members, Ye-chan, is Kiho's younger brother. So I feel it, but the thing is, like, FNC, P1 Harmony's label, has a new boy group that debuted around the same time as 82 Major, but I feel like 82 Major is getting more of the love from the P1 Harmony fans than they have been so far.
They're the true sons of P1 Harmony, or the true little brothers. I can see that.
82 Major, are they Gen 5? Like, firmly Gen 5?
2023 debut?
I would say
that qualify?
Yes. But I don't know. It just feels like Gen 4 was so short.
Okay, maybe we don't have time to like open up that can of worms again. Mm-hmm. But I would say they're Gen 5. They have that feel. Mm-hmm.
I like how, like it's like Kill Bill with the pink,
Kill Bill.
Combs, and the way they wield each comb like a different, like, a two-handed sword, or like, daggers. Like, it was really fun and silly that way. And then they've got this, like, it's as if they were playing their song on a turntable, and then they hit they turned off the motor, and then the record like slowly goes to a stop at the end. So that was interesting. And then they still sort of dance, I think, correctly if I'm wrong, but in time to like the new record slowing. Mm-hmm. tempo, so it's like you're dancing to a tempo change in a song, which
That's a
can't
nice
be easy.
touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of like nice production choices that are so satisfying with it. So again, like Michaela said, this is so great for a group that's early in their career, and I'm excited for what they come out with next. But Peter, what is your hit replay?
So my favorite song is the Karina breakout single, which is better than the group's main act songs.
Fighting words.
So I'm referring
What's the title?
to Karina's Up.
Spice it up, 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 hold up, burn it up, simmer down, controller, up, 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 roll up. 내게 좀 더 가까이, 잠시 스르스르 널 가만히 어디 모든 걸 잊게 해. Run it up, 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 yeah, I feel it in my body.
Wow, Michaela is shocked. Okay.
Peter, you really gotta be this explanation of the song really has to be solid because those are fighting words for me.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, just really quick background for like, let's get into that, but really quick, for listeners who are, I don't know, living under a rock. Karina, by the way, a quick introduction, is a singer and she is the leader of the girl group aespa, founded under SM Entertainment, which is Gen 4, 5, maybe? I don't know.
4.
4.
They are-
okay.
Yes, 4.
Yeah, 4. Yeah, and Karina was in Got the Beat.
Oh yeah, remember that?
Yeah, whatever. That Super M female version. And anyway, so this is her breakout, like first, single. And returning to your question, Michaela, let me put it this way. Was Whiplash better than Up?
No.
Up
Okay.
was the superior song.
Yes. But like to throw the whole group out and to throw like all of like Armageddon and Supernova.
Armageddon, Supernova, like those are great songs in their own right. Yeah, no. I think I'm just putting this in the same category, in the
Against
same
Whiplash.
release date, but with Whiplash, yeah.
That's fair.
But like by like analogy, like remember when 2NE1 came out with their album, whatever year that was, where they did Come Back Home, and what else was on that album? Crush. Yeah, Crush was actually a really good B-side. But anyway, also in that album was MTBD by CL. And that was like the breakout song that like everyone was jamming to. It was better than any of the other title tracks by 2NE1 on that album or around that time. So I've kind of viewed this song in the same way, with that same sort of lens. Like it is the real breakout song with K-pop fans. In terms of like what they want to dance to, what they want to hear in the club, where we all fan. So yeah, that's it. It's just got a really good pre-chorus, which is really catchy. And then when the drop happens on the chorus, it's simple. The beat is the same of what you hear in the intro, but it's the song itself, it's like catchy as a whole, just like AT's work is.
I'll be honest, Peter, actually, this was almost going to be my hit replayed this week. I was
Wow.
I was literally
You're ready
listening
to
to this on repeat last night, and I was like, should I change my song? This is actually like really good. But the thing is, like, this actually came out like a while ago. It was part of like a little EP of solos that each member got. But this one was part of this series that Mnet did called My Arty Film, where they kind of paired K-pop artists with really famous Korean actors, and they kind of made these like cinematic performance version project things with each song. Like ONF did it, Lucy, Wavy, Kiss of Life did a very sexy cover of Buttons in that project. But this was the only solo song that got a full music video. You see Karina in it where she's playing like the mafia boss, but like it's not like with BB, where she like it looks very scary and intimidating. She's still like really pretty and cute.
Oh, I'll have to check that out. I did not know it came out all the way back then.
Yeah, this is like it came out like a month ago, I think. But again, I agree, Peter. This is a great song. I'm not gonna throw out all of aespa's discography for this one, but I agree. It's a great replay for this week.
Like maybe another measure of its success is like whenever these like club nights are promoting their night with a flyer, and on Instagram you can pair a song with it. It was not uncommon to use this song as a part of like the paired flyer, right? So, okay.
That's saying something.
Michaela, tell us your hit replay.
This is a very surprising hit replay, I'll be honest, because like I said, I've been listening to a lot of aespa. All the girls are still dominating my playlist, even at the end of the year. And so I gotta give it to the only boy group that managed to squeak on last minute this week. And so my hit replay is The Boys with their new song, Trigger. Yeah, so The Boys, for people that don't know, they are an 11-member boy group. They debuted back in 2017 under Creaker Entertainment, and then became IST Entertainment because of mergers and things. Cacao is the main label, but they have a bunch of different sub-labels, but they're currently under IST Entertainment. And they debuted back in 2017, but they really got their big start definitely in 2020 when they won Road to Kingdom. That's where they got like a lot of their Korean fan base, because they showed out on that show. Like every performance was like the dancing was amazing. They were so cinematic in the way they approached every performance, and you really got to see that reflected in a lot of their music videos. Like this is my
they're
replay.
The definition of the knife sharp choreography.
Yeah,
like that name followed them,
and it's
all
hard
the way
to do
from
with
Kingdom.
that number of members as well.
Like again, every time I go to a release from The Boys, I know the choreography is going to be amazing. It's going to be at some points very sexy, and this one is like they're dark sexy. And the music video is so cinematic. Like for one, like the aspect ratio is like just like a film basically, and the song is giving Super M, to be honest. Like so, there was really no reason why I wouldn't love this song. And also, it's a very interesting comeback for them because last month literally they were like, "Hey, we're gonna leave our company unless they give us a good contract." So this is an interesting kind of last project before we kind of see what the next phase of The Boys is going to be, especially if nobody resigns with their label.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the video, the visuals. I was like, wow, the guys have never looked hotter, to be honest. And starting with Sunwoo, always a great choice.
Right? And I mean, they do cute concepts really well. But I prefer a dark, sexy The Boys.
This is their bread and butter, though. Mm-hmm. In like tight black leather. Ooh. That's The Boys we know and love.
The boys.
I knew someone was going to do that.
Yeah, someone has to.
It would probably be Peter.
Yeah, that's a reference to Gen 2 fans out there. Okay, let's dive in.
You know.
To the reason why we're all here, the reason why K-pop is now popular and mainstream.
Yeah, enough about The Boys. We're talking about the number one it girl of the moment.
The song that paved the way for K-pop.
Wow. So we're here to discuss Rosé and Bruno Mars's APT. And before we talk about the music, the concept, and everything, let's I'll hand it over to Michaela, PDM, to give kind of like the background the context of the landscape. Why, where does this album come from? Why now? What's the history? What are the facts? Get the facts. Go check that. Fact check.
Yeah, because I think it's really important to give a background because this song is going so viral. It feels like we're gonna get a lot of new people come, like sort of discovering who Rosé is or maybe who Blackpink is from this album. So for the people that are new to Rosé, as I said, she is a member of Blackpink. She debuted back in 2016 with them. So she's now 8 years into her career. So she's merging into the kind of the veteran artist status as far as like most, especially women in the K-pop industry, never really make it past 7 years. So she's kind of past that mark, and she's past it now with a very small discography. Like this song, APT, is technically only one of 4 songs that she's officially released as a solo artist, away from like OSTs and songs that are part of Blackpink projects. Like her first solo debut was the song On the Ground, which came back in 2021. And that song broke the Guinness World Record previously held by Psy Gangnam Style for the most video views in 24 hours with 41.6 million views. So it was a very big solo debut.
What?
Yeah. I mean, it's a good song, but I didn't realize it was that popular.
Yeah.
I wonder if
that gives a frame of reference for like where Rosé is as like her popularity as a solo artist, even away from the celebrity of Blackpink. Like that's how big she is, and she has such a small discography. So it's really exciting that she's come back after 3 years from that release with APT, and that this song is she's hyping it up as a song you play to turn a boring party into a crazy night out.
It's the pre-party song. Yeah, it absolutely is. Yeah. When you say 8 years, that sounds like both a long time and a short amount of time. Like on one hand, like she's definitely like in like the Sunbae like veteran camp, like not Gen 2, definitely like, but firmly Gen 3 leader. And then also like 8 years, like in having everything that Blackpink has accomplished and Rosé has accomplished in that time seems short to me. Just given for what they've been able to do, even though I know we joke about Blackpink being in the dungeon and all, but yeah, that's really fascinating.
I mean, she was literally in the dungeon before she debuted. She featured on GD's song "Without You" that was on his
that's right
song back in 2012. But she was not credited. Like her name was nowhere mentioned until she debuted with Blackpink when they were like, "Oh yeah, she was on that song."
They credited Jennie on G Dragon's. Well, I mean,
yeah, there's favorites, obviously. Yeah, YG has a favorites for who is it? Jennie. Who else? I don't know, but like YG has like a preferred girl concept, which Jennie firmly fits into. And Rosé, I think she's always wanted to do like more of the acoustic guitar sort of route for her brand
100%.
and her composition. Yeah. So I feel like this is still in that vein of that, identity to herself and her brand. So now we'll move on to the reaction part. So if you want to have a parasocial relationship with us, you can set up the screen in your room, or if you're watching on YouTube, I guess you just watch it with us. But we'll count down from 3, and then we can all hit play at the same time, and then we're all enjoying watching it together.
Together.
All right. So here we go. We're loading up Rosé and Bruno Mars' APT. We're going to watch that in 3, 2, 1, go. Goofballs.
Yeah, they're playing a character.
Love
so
it.
I think when that song was posted in our Slack, I think we all reacted. We're all like, oh, hey, this is actually a good song. I
take credit. I posted it. I was like, this.
No, it was so funny because I was literally just about to post it, Stephanie.
Yeah.
I was like, but then you beat me by like a second.
Just barely. That's like a little fun thing that happens in the K-pop cast Slack. We try to beat each other to be the first to post a hot track.
Yeah, but the thing I didn't post after that was I was watching and I was like, oh, it's still at 0 views, but it's been out for like 40 minutes. What's going on? And then after an hour, it shoots up to 2 million. And I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be a hit.
Yeah. So that's from my days working at YouTube, when you see that happening, a video stuck on what seems to be 0 views, chances are there's a lot of spam traffic that's being directed to the video as well. And YouTube has to like manually take some time and clean that out.
Or
so that the
verify
true number is revealed. Yeah, because they don't want to like show a bogus high number and have articles come out about it and then have to pull back. That's embarrassing. So, yeah.
Sorry, maybe before we could dive into like the lyrics and the meaning, I just wanted to say like I had 3 gigs since this song came out. I had a hoity-toity, swanky Asian Art Museum soiree, fundraising gala where like the bourgeoisie of San Francisco, Silicon Valley turned out. And apparently also a lot of like really famous people, like Eric Nam was there, Lee Nadine from Singles Inferno.
Nadine.
I'm forgetting her name because I didn't watch the series, but there was like the Newly Divorced series on Netflix. Anyway, one of the cast members from that was there. And then like other really good looking people. And I just assumed they were good looking, but apparently they're famous. So like people I didn't even know that were famous were there. So yeah, I was talking with these people, not realizing I was talking to famous people.
Wow.
But anyway, at that event, like, I've been sharing this online previously, but this song was requested like no less than like 6 times. And usually like as a rule, like I'll never play a song twice, but that night, I respectfully only played it 4 times. Because everyone wanted this song.
Give the people what they want.
Yeah. And then I had another club gig. People wanted it there at the club where we all fam. And then I had it at like a outdoor, what was it, like trick or treat Halloween event where people also wanted it there. So I felt like I like covered all corners of society. Like I had like the bougie, like elder, no kids. I'm here to spend money to fundraise the arts crowd and the celebrities. And then I had the young kids, who weren't like wearing any clothes for Halloween night. And then I had people wearing all the clothes because it was really cold out on Sunday with both the parents and the kids. All the entire spectrum of all these audiences wanted a Rosé's APT.
Yeah, and I saw it out in the wild when I had my mom and sister visiting from LA, and they wanted to do something kind of chill that wasn't like a big raging party. So we actually checked out this spot in Oakland called Baba's House. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it seems like a really cool Asian American hangout spot with food and drinks and like weekly events. And they were having a spelling bee, an adult spelling bee. And we caught the tail end of that, and then it shifted into unofficial karaoke night. And the first girl who went up, there's an Asian American girl who requested APT, and she sang it. She knew the words, she knew the song, and I had only like watched the video once, and I jumped in, APT, and then before you know it, the whole crowd was singing along. People who knew it, people who didn't. And so that was like last week. Wednesday, Wednesday. So right after it came out, like a day later, it's just organically spreading.
Right. And that comes, Stephanie, right? Because the foundation, while we have like samples in the actual song, but APT culturally was already an extremely popular game in Korea before this, right?
Yeah, exactly. So as Rosé explains, in little pieces in the music video, but also in all the interviews she's doing about this song, APT, which means apartment in Korean. It's one of those kind of Konglish terms. APT is a drinking game that's super fun, where you get in a circle with your friends and you chant together. 내가 좋아하는 random game. This is my favorite random game. Game start. And then you stick the palms of your hands together on top of each other in different orders, kind of in a random way as you chant APT. And then when you start it, all the hands come together one on top of each other, and they're stacked like they're floors in a tall apartment building. Because like that's basically the living arrangement for, I think, most people in Seoul. Like everybody gets that. You have to ask your friends, what floor are you on? Where am I taking the elevator to? And so the person whose turn it is calls out a number of what number apartment floor we're going to. And then the person whose hand is at the bottom of the tower takes it and puts it on the top and counts starting from 1. And you go all the way up to your number, and whoever is the unlucky one who matches the number that was called, they have to take the shot. And so it's really fun because like it involves the physicality, it involves chanting. It's a game that's been featured on like Korean dramas like Lovely Runner, and like Michaela was saying, it's popular on variety shows. K-pop groups like Twice and 17 have been playing it amongst themselves on those shows. And so I really like just seeing that. That strikes me as this is like genius for virality in the States. It's genius because it's interactive. It's something that you can like easily pick up and play with your friends. It's a part of Korean culture. It's just adds this extra fun layer besides what would just be, okay, a dance challenge, whatever. But this is something that existed before the song and is bigger than the song almost. Michaela, you had heard of the drinking game before. Peter, had you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, mostly from not seeing it in person, but like seeing it in like K-drama and in variety shows being played. But it's so interesting because I didn't mention before, but she had recently this year signed with Atlantic Records. And she had in the previous year been going to LA, and like when she was putting the songs together, especially this song, she felt like she was very like insecure about having APT be on the album because for one, she was like the only Korean in those recording studios. And for her, like, because this is something that's so popular in Korea, but it's also like something that's very like silly. Like she says compares it to like making a hit song out of like Duck Duck Goose. Like it's something that's just so commonplace in her culture. But for people who aren't Korean or people who haven't been exposed to it before, it's like it's finding something so cool and fun. And so it's so great to see that how well this has been received internationally, and that it overcomes that like insecurity that she felt, like bringing this to the Western market.
On that same interview, I think she talked about how she made everyone in the recording studio like delete it off their phones because she was like so embarrassed by it. And then like I forget what it was. Like she either played this game or something. She's like, you know what? Guys, let's revisit this track again. Like this track was like almost like dead in the graveyard, but she brought it back. But she should not feel bad about like recycling the popular medleys or melodies or jingles from like chants or other things. Have you listened to David Guetta's discography lately? Have you seen what's popular in like EDM nowadays? It's all like versions or like redexes, remixes of songs that were like popular in the 90s, like Alice DJ, Better Off Alone, 2024 remix, like, or like Blue, la da dee da dee da, right? Like I'm Blue, like that.
Timeless. Another
2024 or 2023 remix. Like these are like people like what's familiar.
I'm even thinking about people like what's familiar, but also what's slightly novel. Like I'm thinking a close comparison could be how the Squid Game, that song and that red light green light game like took off. All right, and even that was made into remixes, EDM remix.
Which I played in the club at a Halloween night this last weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially the American audience would love to eat something like that up. It's like a tasty morsel of another culture that's easy to digest. So,
especially with the APT, I'm not saying it
pronunciation.
Right. Pronunciation.
I've seen people say APT, like they read it as APT.
That's the fancy bougie. Like pate. That's funny.
You mentioned that in our pre-call, Stephanie, how it's like, what did you say? Something about they get to feel spicy white when they say it.
Yeah. Oh, you quoted me? Put me on blast? Yes, I'll say it again.
Oh, sorry.
I would say, no, it's especially white folks. You know, I say this with love. White folks love to add a bit of spice to their identity. I'm not just a regular mayo white person. I have a little bit of ethnic culture to me because I know this game that you don't. So this plays right into that.
It's like watching Crazy Rich Asians and seeing the what was it, the mahjong game at the end, and thinking the main character won at mahjong. It's like no, girl. But anyway, sorry. That's my
Right.
closest equivalent of like white spicy.
Exactly.
Okay.
But you also mentioned, Peter, in that same pre-call, how like this sound also plays into a very specific like market, right?
Wow, Michaela, you're really putting us all on blast.
Let's
Okay.
go. This is the K-pop cast.
So what we were saying is that how can I?
Is Peter blushing?
Okay, I'll straight up. This is like the song for like Middle America. You know, like this is like the song that will not just work on the coast. Like it will also work in the middle.
Hey, Mickey, you're so fine. It's
Exactly.
like, yeah.
Exactly.
An
And
interpolation
so-
of that song.
Johnny Rockets.
Right,
It's-
right. So very much like very much Johnny Rockets sort of song. So like if you were to look at like three circles, right, of a Venn diagram, like one corner you've got like K-pop, right, like Rosé's camp, and then another corner you've got like Bruno Mars, right, which is like already like firmly wedding music top 40 category, and then like sort of like in between the middle of those two you've got this like sort of like upbeat pop, what is it, Skater Boy, Avril Lavigne, Taylor Swift, like white girl
pop punk.
pop punk aesthetic, but I think even more pop than punk. I mean, I think they fully embraced that fusion of pop punk in the music video. Like, you know, they're not ashamed for like what they are. Whereas I think most people look down that as like an insult to punk. But anyway, so when you look across all those circles, right, that covers America. It covers a good chunk of America, right? Like, so that's why this song is like so well poised to like take over the world, just because it goes across all those camps.
That's a good point.
Which
Appreciate the
For
visual.
me, when On the Ground came out, like I feel like that also fits into those categories, Peter, as a song.
But it didn't
Especially
have
what was-
Taylor Swift and it didn't have Bruno Mars. I mean,
Yeah.
those circles with On the Ground.
Yeah.
It was like K-pop who wanted to feel like they were indie, you know?
Ouch.
Yeah. Okay. Was there another part of the lyrics or meeting that we wanted to?
Yeah, I could, talk a little bit about the meaning. So in the lyrics, the main thing we're repeating is this message of, hey, I wish you would like me and want me in the way that I want you. You know, she starts off by sending kissy face emojis and red hearts to the object of her desire, wanting to turn the virtual kisses into physical, real life.
Ooh.
And, why don't we make that happen at the APT? APT.
By the way, I think it was a publicity thing, but they had Bruno Mars do this thing on Instagram where it's like, oh man, Rosé was like so hammered. She gave me a kiss, y'all, at the recording studio. It's like, okay, that's a PR stunt going along with the lyrics and the theme and the promotions of the single.
Exactly. Right. And so it's like using the apartment, apatu, and the drinking, like all of that to just tell this lighthearted story of having a crush and wanting to get together and get it, take it to the next stage. Of course, just kissing at the apartment. Turn the apata into a club,
Yes.
Why not?
And did we say this? I can't remember. Did we say this earlier? That, like, this is the pre-party song?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has that vibe. It's low stakes. It's not like, ooh, 2 a.m., intense. It's like, it's flirty. It's fun.
All right, let's talk about the dance.
Before
go
we, sorry, Peter, can I mention the thing about the Malaysian government, or do we not want to talk about?
I don't even know what that
What's
is.
that?
Yeah.
Well, just like we're talking about, it's flirty, it's fun. But this actually did make the Korean news cycle a little bit about how the Malaysian government has been trying to like ban this song because of its one prevalence and like how like you can hear this song like everywhere right now, and the fact that it's not a wholesome message. It's like it's promoting apartment.
Come on.
Smexy times that people shouldn't be having.
Where else are you supposed to do it?
And,
Also, this is
it's the
pretty
very
PG.
conservative Malaysian government being like, this song is encouraging the youth to do inappropriate things.
All right.
All right. So let's talk about the dance. We were talking about when you're doing the reaction. But what do you think, Stephanie? What should we take from the dance?
From the dance, it definitely gives me those vibes from, what is it, the 60s, 70s,
Like the twist sort of thing.
yeah, doing the twist, just very repetitive, very bouncy, not too intricate. Just like, how can you bounce and swing your body in a way that feels fun and satisfying?
Stephanie, the way you're saying that, you make it sound like that's a bad thing. Like, I think that's part of why it's so good. Like, because when I play this, right, at like all these events, you don't even need to take a dance class. You can do the choreography.
I am all about that, honestly. I would love for people to get up off the wall and not be intimidated by a dance. So this falls in line perfectly with that. It's like the most accessible dance I've seen in a long time. Peter demonstrating. Right?
Yeah. Look at it. See, look, it's just this.
Everyone can get down, right? It's
everyone, like, literally,
and
everyone.
you're on theme, and you don't have to be embarrassed because everyone else in the club is doing it with you. So
exactly.
Yeah,
it's cool, and I could imagine I would have a lot more fun with this choreo after a few drinks.
I think the other thing to the choreography is just like the
head swinging from side to side.
Yeah, right. And that was popular, I think, and certainly like TikTok and like Instagram Reels and that sort of thing. So it's been a very easy thing to recreate because of that.
And that one's it's very like essence of America. That
it
move.
is. Yes, it is.
Right.
You don't really see that in K-pop, like because there's something so nonchalant about it, right? Like whereas I think K-pop you're supposed to like give like maximum effort,
Right.
And this is like, I'm not taking myself
I'm letting my head roll.
Yeah.
And I have a little stank face on, maybe little swag. Like, yeah, I'm so cool.
Oh, I forget what award show it was, but like, I think this song won it, and like Rose wasn't even there. And then like all the people, who were at the show, they all had to like, stand on the stage for the chorus, because the song that wins, it gets played again at the, the play out. And then you've got all the idols who just
Oh, cute.
Yeah, that was
doing it in honor of the song.
They won first. They won first for the show, and the headline was that Bruno Mars got his first music show win with this song.
Oh, Bruno! Congrats, first music show win
without even being there. Yeah.
Ha. Let's hear about the music structure, the audio.
So let's just take it in the order of the song. So it starts off with the white spicy part where it's like, oh, they're saying something in a different language, but I can hear the word game and I hear the word start. Okay, but like that I really I
understand Korean now.
Yeah, well I don't know. You can put me in the white spicy camp, but like I actually really liked that because it's like this is hella Korean. I love the Korean in the song. So I like it's very clear that this is based off of the game, and then they give homage to that in the very first lines of the song,
Yeah.
And then you go straight into the chorus, and you straight go into the chorus, not only like with like the hook of the song, but also with the APT pronunciation. So like immediately, like people are hooked, right? You don't even need like more than 12 seconds to be like, yeah, this song's a bop, right? Like, and that's part of why I think it's so viral and the people's decreased attention spans in 2024. So you got that introduction, and then you've got the drums and the like, I don't know, like that sort of light pop production at a very fast 100 beats per minute, which, by the way, I'm noticing a trend in K-pop where like songs are like around that range, like 86, 150 beats per minute nowadays. It just seems to be a really popular tempo range for new songs. Anyway, so it's pretty fast. It's really upbeat, like sort of like Shake It Off, Taylor Swift
Shake It Off.
territory. And after the chorus, we go into the first verse with Rosé, and she's got her line for just her verse, and then we have the pre-chorus where her voice is more forward in the mix, and then we got in the chorus where they're both blended. And then after that chorus, it's like, okay, Bruno Mars, it's time to shine. I did not actually like his verse. I don't know, it felt
kind of
flat
forgettable.
to me. Yeah, but after the Bruno Mars verse, we go into the Bruno Mars pre-chorus, and that is Bruno Mars doing Bruno Mars best. It is like right in his key. It's right in his singing range. It's like this, falling melody with a rising chord progression. And that chord progression, by the way, is A flat, B flat, C minor. I don't know. I don't know the technicalities of this, but it gives this feeling of rising. If you were to just play these four chords, so I say the pre-chorus goes A flat, B flat, C minor again, and then it repeats A flat, B flat, C minor, and then E flat. That's the pre-chorus. So it's that feeling of like kind of like rising while like his voice is kind of going down in melody, and I don't know, it's my favorite part of the song. Yeah, maybe it's one of my favorite parts of the song. And then after the Bruno Mars pre-chorus, then we've got the chorus together, the voices together, and then after that,
the blended chorus.
Yes, they're together, and then we've got the bridge. And as we were saying when we were reacting, like it's already a catchy song. So where do you go from there? Like you how do they like move the knot from like 10 to 11? And then that's what they do with this bridge, where it's like very punk-esque, in terms of like the way they're shouting, the way they're hollering, and then the way they're saying their yeahs. Like that, that's very much like a rock aesthetic or a vibe, which is friendly for like the Caucasian Middle America, Gen X, like audiences. Yeah, it's
you
like
can
familiar
jump right in.
Right, it's very familiar territory for them, right? So it's like unassuming, but yet at the same time, probably novel for Gen Z. It's probably like a new thing for that crowd, and it's probably novel for K-pop.
I hadn't thought of that.
So there's that. I just love how when they go into the bridge, it's just like all these like power chords where they just like, you just like strum once, right? And then you just let that chord like ring out for like the entire measure. So that the bridge chord progression is really fun. So it goes C minor, B flat to E flat to C minor. And then they repeat that a couple times. Different. And then they hold F at the end. And then after the bridge, they go back into the chorus, and it's a third party chorus where, as you were saying when we were reacting to it, Stephanie, like, there's just so many like call and response, ad-libbing, harmonizing, all like going all on top of each other, like like as if you like, I don't know, like if you had like a bucket and you're putting like rocks into the bucket, right? Like that's the first two choruses. And then for the last chorus is like, now we're going to fill it with like water and sand, like fill in all those like missing gaps and crevices in the mix. We're going to fill it with other things to add like extra like harmonizing. And that's what we get with that third party chorus. So, it's just epic from beginning to end. Again, I could lose the a verse 2 from Bruno Mars, maybe just another verse from Rose, or just cut it out completely. I don't know, just go straight into the Bruno Mars pre-chorus, and that would have been okay.
Sure.
But yeah, it's fun. It's upbeat. And I think that's it.
Yeah, thank you for this analysis. It helps
Yeah.
me pinpoint what I really appreciate about the song and put it to words. Thank you for doing this.
Sure.
Okay, now taking everything we've discussed into account, concept, music, performance, essence of K-pop, and more, is APT by Rose and Bruno Mars. Daebak or not?
Yeah, it's Daebak. It's universal Daebak. It's maximum Daebak, right? We're all going to say Daebak? No, Stephanie's going to say no. what is it?
I'll say Daebak. I'll say Daebak.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
Michaela?
I am Daebak. I'm Daebak on any new music from Rose. I am so excited about this song. I'm so excited about this album. Apparently, I'm the only one excited about the album, but I'm so excited about the album. And just getting more music from this artist who has been in the closet, in the dungeon. Sorry,
Not in the closet,
in the dungeon for so
The YG
for
dungeon.
so long. I mean, she's still under the Black label, but now she's got Republic behind her, pushing her in and getting her the recognition and the of not just her as a celebrity, but also her musical talent that I'm just very excited about.
Okay, big picture. Is this song of the year? Is this Gangnam Style? What we were saying before recording, Michaela and I were chatting.
Oh, now they're gonna call me out. This okay?
What, Michaela,
now it's your turn.
You were saying like, what? I guess some news sources have called this the Gangnam Style.
Well, they're just comparing it in the sense of like, again, it's in that vein of Hallyu, in the sense of like it is a song that is one has like this core of Korean culture, but is also like transcending that and becoming so popular even in Western spaces and with Western
white spicy,
audiences.
yeah.
And
Spicy whites.
one with the Bruno Mars feature, it's again reaching new audiences and growing exponentially more than it would have maybe without the feature. So it feels like it's one of those songs that we're going to maybe in the next 10 years think of as a second Gangnam Style moment or another Gangnam Style moment for artists, especially a solo female artist, which we haven't really seen as much.
This is, we were talking about this on our pre-call. We're going through this evolution where K-pop is coming more mainstream. Like I'm seeing it in my like DJ record pools and stuff. If you go into like the pop category, like I want to say 2 out of 10 songs are K-pop songs.
Whoa, that's a lot.
And is it mainstream? Like, no, but not yet. Because we've got this entire generation of people who are growing up with K-pop. So by the time that they're old enough to like get married and, have all those weddings, these are the songs that are going to be played. And so I think this is one of those songs that 20 years from now, like people are going to be requesting and dancing to at their wedding. Like it is that, like it is white, spicy white. I forgot what we were saying.
That's the takeaway from this episode. Oh man.
But truly, like it's the song that is like most friendly for all audiences. It is genuinely catchy. It's got a very simple dance. It's like the chicken dance. It's the YMCA. But it's like of our generation. You're probably going to get people dancing to this more than they would Gangnam Style. But Gangnam Style, I think it was the more viral package and did a lot more for K-pop and the genre as a whole.
Yeah, especially back in 2012.
Yes. But I don't think, I think this is definitely moving the needle for K-pop for sure. But not as much as Gangnam Style, and definitely a lot more than Jungkook's 7, which is a really good song. But the song is just way more popular.
You really just had to throw him under the bus. Catching strays. Poor Jungkook.
For the record though, it like Jungkook came out with that album and then had to go into the military. With
Yeah.
this, Rosé is being
Yeah, the
able
ladies
to
do
come out
not.
with come out with this album and this single that is already a hit and be able to take it as far as it can because she's able to promote it, especially now that she's got a label internationally to push her to.
So not only is this the most Western friendly song, I think this is also probably song of the year. I would. It's a top contender.
I don't
It's
know
not
about
number one,
that,
it's
though. I
number two.
mean, I don't know. We'll see.
We are almost at the end of the year, y'all. So
Tune into our end of the year
Pretty
episode
much.
to see if Peter convinces us.
all of the submissions are in. So, wow, that's saying something.
Oh,
Stay
there could
tuned.
still be other hits between now and then. But
Yeah, not many. All right, everyone, wrapping up. Let's let our listeners know where they can find you on the socials. Peter,
I'm at DJ Peter Lowe.
I'm at Catchlight27 on IG.
And I am at PDNim on the K-Pop Cast Slack, and you can find all of us on the K-Pop Cast Slack.
And also, if you want to support the show, please consider donating to our Ko-fi.
All right.
Bye,
See y'all
everyone.
later. Hey, can I ask you guys something
APT.
really fast? So at a gig last week, because it was like my final gig of the year with that promoter, a fan came up and gave me something. They made little photo cards
Yo,
of me and a photo card holder. I thought that was just so cute.
you made it. That is the sweetest thing
I love that.
ever.
Can you put that on your mic somehow? Like, that has to be displayed. Like, that is
I would
amazing.
just like
Yeah.
hang this.
yeah.
It should be in the shot at all times.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
distracting photo of myself. Yeah. Okay. All right. Catch y'all later. Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Money